WIDR Kalamazoo, broadcasting for you.
Welcome to the podcast.
That was great. That's one of my favorites. Don't tell anyone. Hello, and thank you for tuning into WIDR 89.1 for episode 10 of Behind the Scenes. I'm your host, Bella Hamid, and this episode's guest is Lindsay Friedman.
What up? What up?
Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. Hey.
Hi. Where can people find you at?
Well, right now I'm in the basement of WIDR, but I am on social media. I'm in Instagram at SHHHAI_LI, because I make music under the name Shai. And that's my Twitter, but my Twitter is kind of boring and it's only about sex jokes. And yeah, that's pretty much what's going on.
Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a math major?
I'm a math major. I am a super senior.
Super senior.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, it's like college isn't linear.
No, it's not. But I know for a fact that I'm older than most people in the program, and it's like because everyone in my sort of cycle is way past. So it's like, okay.
Well, I think there's this one guy in my freshman classes that's like 26. So
nice.
Yeah. So because he like did some college at some other places and stuff. So
yeah, work.
It's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure.
Yeah, it's comforting when there are people who are like kind of who've just been like just bopping around for a while. You know, it makes me feel like I'm not doing something wrong.
For sure. Yeah. So how much college do you think you got left?
This is my last semester.
Oh my goodness.
So I did like my first 3.5 years, and then I took a big 2 years off, about 2.5 years off of school. And then I came back about a year ago last spring, which was a big deal for me. And then I was supposed to graduate this past December, but that was such a hard semester. I was like, phew, I cannot do this shit. And I said that word, and you're going to bleep it out. So, sorry.
It's fine.
That's happening. But yeah.
No, but like knowing yourself and being able to say, I can't do this, that's really important.
Yeah. And I mean, I have it's okay. So John Campos, who is like the love of everyone's life, he's heard me say this a million times, but I had like 3 hip surgeries over the past like 2.5-ish years, 3. And like that's why I had to leave school. And I was like, okay, I have to go home and like get my hips restructured. And then I came back after the second hip surgery, I got really sick because all the medications like made my stomach like destroyed from the inside out. And so then I had to learn how to get healthy again from like being like very, very, very sick. And so now I'm here and everything is really cool. Yeah, it's really cool to be here.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Like not your struggles, obviously, but I know that when I came here, like I had some super issues with my knees. And so like I had to stop doing some, like I used to do marching band and stuff. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm glad that in that fact where college is a spot that you can like stop for a bit.
Yeah.
And not have to do as much.
Yeah. And I was super grateful that like the people in our program were like so cool. Like like the 3 main professors are just like, they were just like nothing but supportive. Like,
yeah,
even before like my first hip surgery, like I got a message from John and was like, hey, thinking of you and like supporting you and like you can do this. And I was like, oh,
that's so nice.
I know.
Anyway,
sorry.
The topic of music. No, you're fine. Yeah. So you make music under the name Shai.
Yep.
Any particular connection or just it sounded cool?
Yeah. So I'm Jewish. And when you're like a Jewish person your native language is not Hebrew, you're given a Hebrew name, like at birth. So mine was Shai, and it is Shai, and the translation is my gift. My gift. So yeah, I was actually really pissed because I have a twin sister, and hers is my song. That's the translation. And I was like, you don't make music. Like, but I like how mine is.
But she's not a gift, you know?
Yeah, she's not a guest on this podcast, so suck it, Rachel. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of music do you like to make?
Yeah, it's a weird question. It shouldn't be complicated, but
Sometimes it is.
you know, it depends. I think that I really gravitate in like the R&B area. Like R&B, neo soul, like really feels good. But like I also make like kind of indie music that's like I really love folk music. So like there's this weird like indie folk soul R&B pop thing that happens, and they all kind of have like this big range of how they exist. You know, from like very singer-songwritery to like, you know, very, very R&B. So something like that. It's hard to kind of, I don't know, track it down for me.
Yeah. No, that's chill. I mean, you're an artist. I always feel like artists should make whatever they want to make.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have a choice. Like one time I tried to make this song and I was like, ooh, I'm gonna do it like in the style of like this sort of like pop punky band, and it was so bad. Like I was trying to sing it and like my voice was like, what are you doing? It was like, you don't do this.
Yeah.
And I like changed the whole song into like an R&B vibe, and I was like,
Excuse me.
word. I was like, all right.
It makes sense now.
Stop trying to branch out.
You have your thing, now stick to it.
Yeah.
Why don't we talk a little bit about like your writing process?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm just gonna back up because
up.
I started writing songs when I was in elementary school. I would like climb trees with my little journal, and I would write songs in trees, like a weird little woodland child. And like all my friends would be asleep at a sleepover, and I'd be up writing lyrics. And so now I think, since I've had so much time writing songs, I write in a bunch of different styles, like whatever comes first. Like sometimes I find a song that I'm like, ooh, I really love this song. I don't want to steal from it, but I want to use the structure as how I want to structure my song. So I'll kind of use that to like write lyrics like that, and then I'll go ahead and write the music, like, you know, what is it called?
Instrumental?
Not just instrumental, but like, you know, supporting myself when I sing.
Oh, the background stuff?
Yeah.
The backing track?
Accompanying stuff.
Got it.
Because I always write very acoustic.
Ah, got it.
I am not a producer first at all. Like I am like very first like songwriting, but I usually write like I'll have like a melody and like a lyric idea at the same time. And that's usually what comes first. Just like something that's like very much at the same time. But sometimes I'm like, okay, like this melody, and I'm gonna write something to it. Like it's all different. But I think I used to try and like be much more aware of it. But over the past couple of years, I've really tried to like make an effort to just listen to whatever I feel, that sort of like creative urge, and to try not to question it as much. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you should always just like follow your heart in the matters of the mind, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. I used to have a lot of blockages with like writing and creativity, and like even like feeling guilt about not being more productive.
Oh my gosh,
and things like that, and being like, I should write more, like I should feel more fun. I've been trying to really practice like letting go of all of that, and I like took a big break from writing music for a while, and then now I'm able to come back to it and to view it much more as like play. You know, like it's fun.
Yeah, I'm not quite there yet. I still definitely, when it comes to songwriting, I'm a worker. But I'm excited for hopefully it'll happen. So are you like a words or music person first?
It depends.
Depends.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times it happens at the same time. Like I'll have like a phrase that's stuck in my head, but the phrase is being sung in my head to a certain way.
Got it.
And I don't really know why that happens. And yeah, a lot of times it's like, I don't know, it's all over the place. And I kind of like that it's all over the place because it's like, okay, whatever is going to come first. So whatever's leading me, I'll let it, oh, I just burped in the mic. I'll let it follow me, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
No, it's fine. I already burped in the mic once. I have, for our listeners out there, I have a giant thing of Verner's from McDonald's sitting next to me. It's what's keeping me going today.
Yeah, I don't actually burp. I just kind of like gurgle, so I don't get any warning. Like I don't actually burp. You know?
Yeah.
I don't big boy burp.
Where were we? Oh yeah. What are some things you're working on, like improving in that aspect? I'd say.
So again, so lately, in the past year, I've really been trying to just give myself more space and to like listen to my intuition with everything. And I think that really plays a part in writing because, you know, I have so much anxiety, I have so much stress, and I put so much pressure on myself for like no good reason. And so I've really been trying to just like get myself to a really calm place and then listen to like what my gut wants me to do. And I've kind of been calling it like listening to like my inner child. And so like what would they want to do, you know? Yeah. And is it picking up a guitar right now? And am I just telling myself, don't pick up a guitar because you have other stuff to do? Or is it like, I'm going on a walk by myself and it's like, do I want to climb a tree? Yeah. Yeah. So like putting that sort of into practice is something that I've been trying to work on. I also have been trying really hard to just practice like letting go of expectations of myself. And I have a lot of voice issues. Like I have a lot of tension in my throat. That's like a whole diagnosed thing. And so I've been trying to feel a lot less shame about how my voice sounds because it's changed a lot over time. And I'm trying to like let myself sing higher and to like just really give myself permission to just meet myself where I'm at and to try and push myself a little bit, you know? Yeah.
Sorry, that was a lot.
I know, it was a lot.
I know, it was really important and informational, and I was like, yeah. I was just listening to you talk, and I was like, and then I got kind of lost in what you were saying. No, but yeah, definitely, I totally hear what you're saying, and I think it's important. Like, I feel personally in school, there's like part of it is learning how to make things on a timeline, but like that's a double-edged sword, you know, because like true creativity doesn't usually work on a timeline, and so. Like being able to talk to yourself and say, hey, like I should be able to do what I want, is important, I feel. Let's see. So you said you played the guitar.
I do, but like it's not like my main instrument. Like I think I just kind of like I get it. I get through. I get by. And like I'm not amazing, but I'm fine. I am a singer and I play piano. I'm horrible at reading music. It pretty much like I had a band together, especially like for my capstone over the summer, and they were like, okay, can you write out like just like the chords for us in your songs? I was like, okay. And they were like, you wrote like all the wrong chords, and we had to get together like figure out everything you wrote wrong, and like they would not let it go. And I was like, guys, like you can't expect that much out of me.
Sorry. Like 2 music theory classes Matt majors have to take long time ago.
Yeah, I tried to take one, and
oh sweet,
it was 6 years ago. Yeah, I got a C with a tutor. So garbage, trash. Growing up in my piano lessons, my piano teacher would be like, I would just start to memorize her playing, the sound of her playing it, and I would just start to mimic everything, and that's how I would secretly learn. She goes, I know you're not reading it. She's like, stop doing that. And I was like, what? And then I would start to be like, I like how it sounds if I add this. She goes, stop rewriting the songs. And I was like, but it sounds good.
Yeah.
That was like this big beef that we had, but I loved it.
You're about to fight your piano teacher.
Oh, God, I loved her. I miss her. She was so cool.
Yeah.
She was so cool.
Let's see. So you worked on your capstone last semester?
Yeah, I started working on it 2 semesters ago.
Mm-hmm.
So spring of 2022.
Got it.
And I got an extension.
Mm-hmm.
So I was supposed to work on it last semester, but I barely did anything. Like, I just had like a couple vocal recording sessions, and that was like the most that I did, just because my semester was so jam-packed. But yeah, I'm pretty going hard on my capstone right now.
Is that the only thing you're working on right now, or other stuff?
I just finished writing a song the other night that feels really special and important. And so that feels really good. I am working on my capstone. Like, I'm doing a lot of like vocal harmony recordings right now, and like getting the mixes, and I'm still getting some parts back from people in my band, just because, we had to split up at the end of the summer after everything, because people were moving and all this stuff. And like, we had recorded what we need to record pretty much in the same space. And so I do want to like get a band together again, like to play like a show for my capstone. I think that would be sick. But I'm also in this band. It's called the Golden Ratio. It's kind of started as like a collective of just friends that I've had for like around 6 years, and then it just kind of developed into more, and it's like pretty new, actually.
Super cool.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you guys make?
Good question. Like, I don't know. Like, we kind of there are like rappers in there, there are singers in there, there are instrumentalists of all kinds. So like, we take music that we've made together, and like we produce stuff together. Like, we take songs that like I've written, and we make it for the whole band. So it's like, it's kind of a Mod Podge, of like, it's very kind of like hip hop R&B-ish.
Cool.
So, it's my comfy spot.
What are you doing for your capstone?
So for my capstone, I'm making like a 6-song EP, which the majority of it is like full band, and songs that I wrote over the past like 2.5 years when I was recovering from my surgeries and during COVID and stuff like that. And yeah, but I didn't engineer them because I'm not a good audio engineer. I will be the first to say it. I don't like audio engineering. I hate it, actually. Oh, okay. And John was like, "You don't have to." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Get someone else to do it." And I was like, "Oh man, yeah." So other people just like volunteered to engineer my project for me, and I'm doing like the mixing and production and stuff like that. But like, ooh, I did not have to set up those cables and connections. Ooh, it was nice. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. And then this one song that's just me and piano, and it's like a one shot instead of like, there being a million takes and pumping everything. But yeah, it's a pretty special project to me.
I'm glad. Yeah,
I'm excited.
I am too. So I'm hoping I can go to this capstone. Last time I couldn't because I banned the same day.
I couldn't go to any of the last capstone meetings because last semester was just like, it slapped me silly. Like, damn.
It came.
It was so bad.
Yeah, I was not a fan of last semester either.
Horrible.
Is there anyone that inspires you?
Oh my God, so many people. Okay, I want to say this first of all. So before my surgeries, I have a lot of mental health issues, which is very common knowledge, and I've literally had an anxiety disorder since I was like 2 years old. Like I showed signs in the womb of being an anxious fetus.
Nice.
Yeah, like hold up. But so before my hip surgeries and stuff like that, I was much more of a negative person. Like I kind of viewed things in a much more negative way, just because that's just how it is. But once I kind of had every single aspect of like existing taken away from me, and I had to rely on other people just to like go to the bathroom and stuff like that, like, and then you relearn how to do all these things again, like to be able to like sit up and like play music and like write stuff and to be able to like perform and things like that, like everything becomes like so much more beautiful, and like you're so much more grateful for everything in the world. And So I think I'm much more inspired as a person. I'm really inspired by the band Hiatus Coyote. The artist specifically, like Napalm, the lead singer. Oh my God. Like, I want her to be like my mentor, my wife, like, like everything. I'm really inspired by just like a lot of like folk artists, like this folk songwriting singers. And I'm really inspired lately. I've been inspired by like my friends, you know, like I get really inspired by romantic situations with people, and like just any relationship, like friendship or anything. Which of course, like for me, like I'm a polyamorous person, so like I have like endless content. Yeah.
Yeah, I love writing about relationships.
Yeah,
it's good stuff.
It's really satisfying, even if it's not about something that happened like maybe like 6 years ago. It's like sick.
Is there anyone you'd love to work with?
Oh man, I want to work with so many people, like always. I used to be really against collaboration because I'm kind of a control freak, and I'm trying to learn to like let that go, especially with like songs that I've written. And like my songs are sad and they're personal, like they are sad, and like, and so I'm trying to learn to like not be so like, you know, smothering of them and to let other people in. But I want to work with my friend Rue really badly. Like these aren't celebrities; these are just my friends. Fine. I just literally want to collaborate with my friends and like people around Kalamazoo and you know, everywhere. I want to work with my friend Bella. She lives in Indiana. Like like I don't know. There are so many dream artists, but like it's hard for me to think about that.
No, you're fine.
You know?
Yeah, actually a surprisingly large amount of people just want to work with other people on this campus.
Yeah.
So that's totally, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Let's see. How do you stay focused?
Okay. That's actually a really good question. So, I usually don't focus on it, or it's not something that I hugely identify with because I don't really give a damn, but I have ADD, and I just don't care. And I've just known that I don't focus as well as others, and that's fine. And I have found that I just recently learned the term body doubling.
Yeah.
And that is like my saving grace. Like I have my best friend Annie. We are like inseparable, and we call each other like literally every day. We answer the most annoying British accents you could think of, and we just like sit there in silence, moaning and groaning, working on our own projects, and we're like, let's be productive. And like that's like literally how I'm getting through my capstone. Like that's it. And so I just really love like being around other people and doing that. And I also have a huge whiteboard that is all dedicated to like lists of things I need to do. I need to have lists. I need to like be able to see things all the time, or else I'll forget them and not realize that I need to do them. And I have a calendar like dedicated just for those things, or, you know, that's it.
Yeah.
Like I can't do it without not having visual aids.
I totally feel that. Yeah, there's like I like for a single project there will be like 50 different lists and lists in lists.
Yeah, I love a list.
Me too.
Like my mom tried so hard to get me to be organized as a kid, and she made me a binder to organize my life when I was like 7. I was like, girl, like what do I have to organize? My Barbies, like but like yeah, and now I like try really hard with my lists and with everything, because I'm like, okay, like you're a mess otherwise, like you need to have your shit together.
Yeah. Let's see. So like you're in the MAT program, right?
Yes.
What made you pick MAT over like the comp program?
Okay, so this is funny. So I'm not trying to throw shade, but I did not want to go to Western at all. Yeah. I was touring around the country to apply to colleges for specific songwriting programs. I got into all of them, but I did not have enough money to go to them, even with scholarships. So my family was like, all right, this sucks, but try to go in state. And I was like, where the fuck am I going to go to do something like that? You know, like audio is not my thing. It's not. It's like pulling teeth. So to try and even get me to audition for the MAP program was like pulling teeth. And my audition was, I didn't even have a portfolio. And they were like, what? I didn't even know what I was doing. I was really upset. I like cried on the way home. It was really bad. And the MAP program ended up trying to convince me to be a part of the program, which I was super, super grateful for at the end of the day. And I actually joined the program because my ex was in a studio, and this one professor used to be here, just kind of like pushed me into the studio and shut the door behind me and was like, talk to that Matt student. And then that was my partner for like 4.5 years. And that's kind of why I joined the gang. But yeah, I kind of was here because I didn't have anywhere else to go. And I didn't really think that I belonged in a lot of other programs. I don't think I would have gotten into the comp program because I don't write music that would belong there. You know what I mean? I think that if I knew about jazz, like vocal jazz, that's where I would have gone otherwise. But like I came in with the MAT program knowing nothing, and like I think that at the time, like when I first joined, there were no people who were not men. There was like 3 total. And I know for a fact that I was probably just brought in because I was like a token non-man. And Dr. Biggs admitted that to me at one point. I was like,
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. So I've always kind of felt like a bit of a black sheep in the program. But I think that John has really gone out of his way to try and make me feel like I belong. And I think that in a lot of ways, like I kind of feel like I belong, like, you know, personality wise and what I want to do with my life, which is just like create music and art. So, yeah.
Do you have like any plans for after college or not?
Hopefully I need to make money, dude. So bad. Like I need money, and I need like a lot of it because I've got like sick cats. I've got like fucking whatever. But I don't know. My plan after college is I'm moving into a house with a couple friends of mine, and part of it's going to be converted into a studio. And those are like people in the band that I'm in, and we all do like a lot of individual projects and projects together, and it's just going to be a really creative space. And I've lived alone like for the last like maybe like 3.5 years that I didn't have to live with my family for my hip surgeries. So it's going to be nice to like be living in a space where it's like a creative environment, you know?
Yeah.
Because I haven't actually had that before, ever.
I like to call them music hype houses. They're more common than one would like to think. But yeah, those kids all seem like they have the best time. So
yeah. And we still have to work out kinks because, like, you know, obviously you don't really find housing in Kalamazoo like now, but and we move at a different time, so I might just be like couch hopping around here for a couple months, even though I have like cats and shit. I don't know.
Okay, come to my house. You're fine.
Thanks. I'm a little stressed about it, but I don't know. I really hope, because I also make like visual art too. Because I'm an art minor.
Oh wait, actually, like legit?
Yeah.
Can you make art for the space?
Dude, I would love to.
We're like dying to get artists in here.
I was just in the print show, the student print show, in the Richmond Center.
That's super cool.
Yeah. I like really hope, because I do commissions. I do commissions mostly of people's like I do like watercolor portraits of people's like spicy photos.
Oh, sweet.
Like it sounds wild.
No, that's
like
cool.
is a little bit, but like I love it. And hopefully I do other things too, like hand drawn animation and like you know, all these things. But hopefully, you know, commissions can be something that I can use to help support myself more. So if anyone wants commissions, hit me up. I design tattoos and lots of things and drawings and all that good junk.
I'm ready for a song.
Okay. what's the vibe that we're feeling?
I don't know. I like all the music you said that you liked making, so.
Okay, also, I have some minor beef. So, TuneCore beef. So I in 2018, I put out a 6-song EP called Coping Mechanisms. I worked so hard on it. Obviously there are things that like now I would do differently, but looking at it, like it's kind of like a little treasure trove of like something I worked really hard on, and it's something that is still really special to me, and it's like something from that time that was like really precious. And TuneCore took it off of all streaming services without telling me.
Oh, is that the distributor you use?
At the time.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, what in the actual hell? And so my EP is only on Bandcamp right now, but I know that my music plays on WIDR sometimes because I was listening to WIDR and my song came on and I was like, hey.
That's me.
Yeah, so I have, you can play stuff in my EP, but I have more stuff that's come out recently that's like more like R&B-ish, that's on like all streaming services, and like some stuff that's like folky and more chill. But yeah, if you just look up SHAI-LI, that's where you'll find stuff.
Ah, I see it. Is that a picture of you?
Yeah, which one? Oh, the EP cover?
No, it doesn't look like you, but I'm also a little face blind.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I see Coping Mechanisms right here.
Okay, yeah, that's me.
Oh, let me change your name in my thing because I think I spelled your name wrong.
That's okay.
There it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Let's give Coping Mechanisms the love it deserves.
Okay.
Cool. Which one do you feel in your heart?
We can do, so the single for it was called Baby Jane. So you could do Baby Jane because that's kind of always like a fan favorite.
Cool. Here we go.
Yeah. LOL. Baby Jane, I've been watching you. I see you sitting there across the room. I'm trying to draw you a picture, I can get it right. I wonder why your eyes never look the same way twice. Lips the color of sweet champagne. She's a fiery lion with a red hot mane. I've seen it go. Have you ever seen the sun? The skeleton walking but don't wanna run. Baby Jane, baby Jane. Baby Jane, baby Jane, baby Jane. Baby Jane.
You have a really nice voice, by the way.
Thank you. Baby Jane, baby Jane, baby Jane. Baby Jane, baby Jane. This is like 4.5 years old.
Whoa. We'll have to listen to new stuff next. I'm excited.
Thanks.
Baby Jane, baby Jane, baby Jane. Baby Jane, so nervous when she talks. The words all spill out and I just can't keep up. Don't get me wrong, I wanna hear your thoughts. That pretty little mind is a work of art. The sky reflects itself in your vision. I know I might seem crazy, but I have good intentions. With my obsession, you're just so fascinating, you see. A quiet acquaintance takes hold over me.
Did you make the album art?
The album art was actually made. The photo was taken by this guy named Mark Antonio, and then it was edited by this guy Austin Peters, and photos of the objects were taken by myself and Sam Peters. So it was a big collaboration from like a bunch of people. It was really cool. I still love the album art.
That was great.
Thanks.
Thank you. I really love your aesthetic on your Bandcamp page, by the way. It's very cool.
Thank you. I feel like I need to update it. I have some photos that I got over the summer. But I've been kind of saving them for something, but like it's been a long time since I've updated it, you know?
Yeah, I feel that. So specifically about that piece, so I was noticing like I can definitely see your piano influence and some of that like laid back, kind of relaxed feeling.
Yeah.
Like what are some like techniques you like to use when you're making music?
Okay. with that song, that was like the most manic. Like I made that song in like literally like 16 hours straight.
Whoa.
And I've never had that happen before. I was like so excited. I was like, wow, I might throw up. Like, wow, this is awesome. I literally have a phobia of throwing up, so like that's like crazy. But I don't know. With that song, I saw someone that I recognized. I was at the Secretary of State, and I saw someone that I recognized, and I always thought they were like really interesting because they were kind of like a mystery of a person to me, and I was like, So I literally just wrote the lyrics, sitting there waiting in line forever at the DMV, and then I came home and I just like made it, and it was weird because like at the time I didn't. It's basically like, this is like my version of the No Effects project because there's nothing on it at all. Nothing. And
wow.
I was, because I didn't know how to do anything, you know, when I first, I didn't know how to do anything when I first started the MAP program. So it was just like a really fun experiment. And I really like to work on the floor. I hate working on like, working at a desk or something like that. It makes me really uncomfortable, but, I think having spaces like that where I can just like spread out and just crank something out is really nice. I don't know if that answered any questions that you asked.
I mean, it doesn't have to.
I don't know if that was even relevant, but
no, it's chill. It was a cool story actually. So
thanks.
I bet it was even better, honestly. What?
I appreciate it.
No, you're fine.
I think there was a song that I actually based the production on because when it comes to actually like producing things, I have a really hard time envisioning things outside of an acoustic world when I write them in acoustic worlds. And like, I didn't really write this one with an acoustic instrument at all. And so like, I didn't really have that issue, but you know, like I have a really hard time kind of bridging this weird blockage that I have from like one world to another. So I did have an inspiration song that I used kind of, and I was like, I kind of like the vibe of this. Like I want to try and emulate that sort of vibe with whatever groove was happening. And yeah, I think it worked.
Yeah, it was a good song. I mean, a good song is a good song.
Thanks.
So I want to listen to another good song. This one is the newest one on your Bandcamp.
Oh, which one is it? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm super hyped.
No, I don't know what to write about. Everything I say doesn't seem to come out right. I'm alright, losing my way of walking about. 'Cause right now I just don't know, I just don't know. No, I don't know what to write about. Everything I say doesn't seem to come out right. I'm alright, losing my way of walking about right. 'Cause right now I don't know, I just don't know. Something feels missing. Oh, I can't quite place the feeling. Tracing circles in the air with my fingers are weakening. And I don't
I haven't heard this in so long.
who is hearing.
This was July 17th, 2021.
It
was like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Cause I have to admit I'm a bit out of practice. My words so crude, yeah. I'm checked and flushing, always embarrassed, so clumsy, tumbling through, wandering without a clue still.
No, I haven't released music in a while.
Everything I say doesn't seem to come out right. I'm outright losing my way of walking about.
Like the harmonies there.
I'm a slut for harmony.
Me too.
Like so bad.
inside the
I feel like this would definitely be on beats to study, listen to.
Only I can hear the slow disappearing through the misty night silence. And I'm not sure what I have to say. It's worth listening to, cause I have to admit I'm a bit out of practice. My words so crude, I'm red cheeked and
Do you sing mezzo soprano?
Dude, I don't know. I used to be soprano, and then my voice has changed so much over the years because of all this muscle tension dysphonia. So I'm like an alto now.
It's cool.
It's weird.
Well, it's great. Doesn't matter. It's great. So
Thank you.
No, you're fine.
I've had a lot of like of insecurities about my voice changing.
Yeah. I sing tenor one.
Yeah, that contralto shit.
So, like, I get it, you know? Well, I don't get the hyper muscle tension, but I understand, like, not fitting in. So, no, but it's good.
Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm a sucker for that low mid range. So,
I am too.
Cause right now I don't know, I just don't know.
nice.
Thanks.
Dug that one.
Thanks.
Oh,
You can tell that there's like a difference from
Yeah, for sure.
that song was about like, so after my hip surgeries, that was at the same time as COVID. So I my isolation was like 2 months before COVID hit, and I like couldn't even like go to grocery stores and shit because I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
I couldn't walk. So when I first went to a grocery store, my mom was like, "Please go to Whole Foods and pick me up something," and I was like, "Okay." So I went to Whole Foods, and I had not interacted with strangers in so long that I went in the wrong door, and then I just screamed, "I'm so embarrassed," in the face of some stranger, and like ran in the he was like, "Oh," and I like ran in the store, and I was like, "What was that? What was that?" And I was like, "No." And it was so bad. And so like that whole song is just me just like trying to figure out how to like even just like be like chill.
Yeah.
You know, and because I used to be just like kind of how I am now, just like pretty easygoing and like pretty like self-assured and all my weird quirks. But then you know, after that happened, I was like, oh my God, like I could not get a grip, and it was really clumsy, just like trying to figure out how to even just be a person again. You know what I mean? And not be so embarrassed all the time. Like my face was beet red all the time. But yeah, that was what that song was about. And that's why the lyrics are so purposely bad at the start.
Got it.
It's like a haha. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. I kind of want to talk about like things that keep you going.
Okay, in terms of what?
Well, like
Life or music?
I mean, either is fine. Like what you're willing to share, I guess. But like I know.
Yeah.
Oh no, go for it.
No, continue.
We're gonna have a problem here.
No, I want to know what you were gonna say. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. So like for me, like the people in my life, like having people surrounding me, like almost at all times is what is a big motivator for me. And so I was just wondering, like, what motivates you, I guess.
It's interesting. So I think in the past year, I've had a lot of really, really drastic shifts happen. Like I got out of like a 4.5-year relationship with like probably like one of the biggest audio engineers in Kalamazoo.
Wow.
And that relationship, a lot of it kind of like, a lot of that surrounded like music and stuff like that. And I kind of had this little fear that like if this ended, like, am I still going to be able to like have this knowledge or like this support to create music? Because he was a huge support and all this stuff like that, you know. And I definitely, the people around me are huge that keep me going. And I had to really relearn. I mean, I definitely got into practice of learning how to be by myself for sure.
Yeah.
I'm really good at keeping my own company, and I'm someone who really needs a lot of alone time to recharge. But over like those 2 years away, I really just spent time over the internet, like really consciously trying to like create and or solidify connections with people so that I could have like such strong, you know, almost like a root network of people that I cared about around me.
Yeah.
And who cared about me, because that reciprocation is everything. Like
yeah,
I need reciprocation. And a lot of times people just don't give that, but yeah, having friendships around me, even if they're not directly around me, but like people who are willing to show up for me, that's really, really important. I'm very close with my parents, especially my mom. Like I talk to my mom like every day on the phone. So that's really amazing. Like my family is amazing and so supportive. A lot of what keeps me going is kind of the idea of just having like self-compassion for myself, and that I try really hard to remind myself and to be really gentle with myself. And even if I'm having hard times where like I can't really get myself to do what I need to do, I kind of baby myself, and I view myself as like a plant. And I'm like, okay, you already naturally have this creativity and this joy for music and these things inside of you, and you just need to like, you know, be gentle with yourself, like, you know, give yourself a little more water, and then your leaves will, you know, grow a little bit better and things like that, you know? Yeah. Also like things that, something else that keeps me going a lot. I'm really, really inspired by like relationships as a whole. Like I 100%, like if I had more time in my life, I would be like a relationship coach, like of like relationships, intimacy, and sex coach, like for sure. Yeah. And like my sister just got her therapist license. Woo, so proud of her. And I don't want to do that, but yeah. But like, you know, I feel like I'm already people's free therapist. So yeah. But that's really inspiring for me, and that honestly like keeps me creating music a lot, because I am just so enthralled with relationships, and they're just such great fuel. For any writing.
I'd like to take this moment to appreciate your cats. You said that you have?
Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah. So I have 2 cats. I've had my precious, perfect angel, Athena, my little teeny weeny. She is this fluffy, long-haired tortie, with kind of a bare belly. So just kind of like, and she has this like, she's an alto. She's like, meow. And I'm like, hey girl. I got her when I was, as like an 18th birthday to myself, had her in the dorms. She's 9. I've had her for like 6 years. She's tried and true best friend. Then she was really lonely because this past semester I was like gone all the time. So I was like, I'm going to get you a kitten to boss around. So I got this kitten named Gideon, and he is just an absolute terror. He is so big. He's like a pro wrestler like version of a cat. He's got these giant oven mitts with like literal thumbs. Yeah. He flings his own poop on the wall. He takes eggshells out of the disposal to play with on the floor. He steals all my things. He bites me. He bites people's nipples when they come to my house. Oh my. Like, he is like an actual crazy terror. That's crazy. He thinks it's WWE all day. Is ready to wrestle. Yeah. Yeah. He's crazy. I take baths and I hold him. He's so weird. He's so weird.
Have you written a song about your cats before?
No, but I often like I use Athena as my judge. Like she tells me if a song's good or not, or if it's in a good direction. Because if it does, she'll get really close to the speakers and we'll just lay there, and she'll give me a look, and I'm like, okay,
That's really cute.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, I think this is good. And I think that I can tell if Gideon wants. Well, I don't know. Who knows? He just does somersaults on the floor by himself, like. But he likes some things. It's nice when he's sleeping when I do it, so I don't have to be like, Gideon!
Yeah, I love when my terrible cat sleeps, so I don't have to deal with him.
Yeah, but he's actually he's chronically really ill though, so he's probably dying, to be honest.
I'm sad.
I know. So I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on him, that I don't have, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venmo me, Lindsay-Freeman 2, Lindsay-Freeman 2. Yeah, anyways, I've spent thousands of dollars on my little kitten who's about to turn 9 months. So.
Oh my.
Yeah, but he's precious. Yeah. I love him to death.
You got your cat a cat?
I did, but she hates him because he literally goes jump. He jumps on her anyways. Mm-hmm. I'll talk about them forever. Yeah, I'm a crazy cat person. It's insane.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna have to wrap it up.
Yeah, sounds good.
It was super great talking to you today.
It was great talking to you too. I've had a lot of fun.
Great, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, weird.
No, I'm kidding. But yeah. I'm super excited for what the future holds for you. I'm definitely gonna try listening to more of your music. I like the vibe. Good vibes.
Thank you. You got the not sad ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I'll see your capstone.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be sick.
Ooh.
Yeah. You need a bassist?
I got some. I have a bassist. He's Troy Robinson III. Do you know who Troy is?
I do not, but he's better than me, I bet.
He's so good. My guitarist is also a bassist, and everyone's so good. Yeah. We'll see if they want to be with me again after all the goofiness I've put them through. Sorry, guys.
I hope they listen to this. So
they probably won't. It's okay.
Yeah, but it was great having you.
Thank you.
Thanks for being on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yay.